Hello everyone, I am Mushtakhusen. In this video, I am going to show you how to set up a gradebook for our courses. So this is my course called Global Skills Intercultural Competence, and I am going to set up a gradebook. First of all, we need to click on to turn editing on. Once you turn editing on, then go to course management. After clicking on to course management, then you need to click on to gradebook setup. Now once you click on to gradebook setup, so this is what we get. So right now we are in setup. So if you want to just see, okay, what do we have in view? So this is what you can see. So you can see all the users. You can see all the learners over here or participants. So I have added some of my partners from our team, okay, and these are the different parameters. These are the different components which will be graded on this course. Again, there will be some changes in this course for the grading. So total participants are 7. Now if you click on to grade history, you will see the grade history here. Select users, then grade atom. You can select grade atom here, then all grades, then whatever changes you want to make, you can make it and you can submit. Then outcome reports. In outcome reports, so short name, course average, site wide, activities, average, number of grades, these are the things which can be seen in outcomes report. Then overview report. In overview report, yes, so you can select the user and accordingly you can see the overview report of that learner or the participant. So that is what you can do. Then single view. So if you want to see single view, so again you can select the user, then select grade atom. Okay, so these are the different grade items have been added, and select the user. For example, if I want to see for myself, so you can select my, okay, then atom per page, so whatever you can select this number, and this is how you can see single view. And then finally user report. In user report, so this is what you can select. So select all or one user. Okay, maybe if you want to select all the users, you can click on to all users, and if you want to select particular user, you can select particular user. Then view report as user or myself. So again you can select it, user or myself, and this is how you can see the user report. So here, yes, I mean user report. So I mean there is no report available, there is no grading happened, so we cannot see it, but you can see the range. You can see the range for each and every activity, each and every atom on this course. So this is what we can see in view. Then if you click on to setup, now if you click on to setup, now you can see these things, okay, name of those atoms, okay, these are the grading atoms have been added, then weights, then maximum grade and action. Now if you want to make some changes over here in weights, okay, so maybe you can go to edit, then go to edit setting and you can make the changes. So let me just show you one here. Okay, go to edit setting, then atom info you can add over here. Then right now maximum grade is 100%. Okay, then grade to pass is not written, so maybe you can write over here. Then minimum grade can be written here. Okay, and right now the weight is 6.7. okay, so if you want to adjust it, then you can just click on to weight adjusted, and you can put that number, and after that you can click on to save changes. So this is what you can do. So I'm not going to make any changes because again I have to add couple of activities and some things, I mean, on my course, so I'm not going to make any changes. So this is what you can do, and once you make all these changes, then you can click on to save changes. So maybe you can go for one atom, or maybe you can make changes in for all the atoms, so it's up to you. So once all the changes are made, okay, after clicking on to edit and edit setting, then again you can save it and you can come back, and finally you can click on to save changes. So this is what you can do in setup. So that is Gradebook setup. Then we have got course grade setting. Okay, this is course grade setting. So in this you can see this general setting. In general setting you can see aggregation position. Okay, so it is last. Even we have discussed in grade, so same options you can see over here. Okay, so we have got general setting. So by default aggregation will appear in the last and at the last. Then minimum or maximum grades in calculation, by default it is minimum and maximum grades as specified in grade item settings. Then grade item settings, so grade display type, but by default it is real. Overall decimal places, yes, 2.2. Then overview report, so show rank, so it is hidden. Again we have explored these features in detail in grading, right? Okay, great. Then hide totals if they want. So I mean, yes, so all the defaults have been selected over here. And again, if you want to make any changes when you set up your gradebook, so you can make the changes, and finally you can click on to save changes. So as I told you some time back, okay, since I'm going to add couple of activities to my course, so I'm not going to make any changes over here. So I simply cancel it so that I can go back and we can explore rest of the features. So what we were looking at, so as of now we discussed about gradebook setup, then course grade setting, then after that preferences grader report. So if you click on to preferences grader report, so you will see these things: show or hide toggles. So what are those toggles? Show calculation, yes. Show or hide icons, yes. Show column averages, yes. Show logs, no. Show user profiles images, yes. Okay, so this is how these are all defaults. Then special rows, grade selected for column average, report default, non-empty grades. Then show number of grades in average, report default, no. Then general setting, quick grading, yes. Show quick feedback, no. Student per page, again you can write that number here. Then show only active enrollment, yes. Then enable AJAX, no. And once you make these changes over here, then you can again click on to save changes. Then let me go back to, so this is what we have discussed in setup. Then let's see what do we have in scales. So once you click on to scales, you can see these scales. Okay, standard scales, okay, so separate connected way of knowing. So because actually we have discussed all these in grades, right? So pass or fail, my scale, okay, so what is being used? Actually separate and connected ways of knowing, right? So in this we have got three things: mostly separate knowing, separate and connected, and mostly connected knowing. So this is yes. Then default competence scale, not yet competent or competent. So here there are two, so again it is enabled, that is yes. Then pass or fail, yes. And my scale, so there is no such my scale here. And if you want to add any new scale, so maybe you can click on to add a new scale, and you can add the name of the scale, okay. Then whether it is standard scale, or if it is standard scale, then you can click on to this. Then you can again write the name of the scale, okay. Then you can write the description and you can make the changes after clicking on to save changes. Okay, so again let me take you back to scales. Okay, so this is what we have seen in scales. Then after that we have outcomes. In outcomes, yeah, so outcomes used in course, so you can add over here, okay. Then available standard outcomes, so this is the available standard outcome. So if you want to add, then you can add. If you want to remove something, then you can simply select here and you can remove. And if you want to add, yes, you can just click on to add, okay. And yes, edit outcomes, if you want to edit them, you can just click on to this and you can edit the outcomes. Then we have got letters. In letters are nothing but grades in the form of A plus, B plus. Okay, you can see here, and the range is also set. Okay, highest score, lowest score. So if the range is in between 95 to 100%, then it will be A. Then if it is between 90 to 94.99, it will be 9. So letters are nothing but grades in the form of alphabets. So then import. So if you want to import any gradebook, okay, so for your course maybe you can do that. Okay, but you need to make sure that, okay, when you choose a file, so we need to make sure that the file is either .csv or .txt. Okay, so these are the only two formats which are accepted. Then encoding UTF-8, then separator, comma. So for example, if you want to add something manually, so maybe you can use separator as a comma. Now again you have got options. We can use tab, we can use comma, we can use colon, we can use semicolon. Okay, then verbose scales, yes, and preview rows 10. Okay, so this is how you can import and you can upload the grades. Then finally we have got export. Now if you want to export, okay, your gradebook setup, okay, so maybe you can select one and you can export. Okay, so when you export, then again you will find these options here. Okay, so right now key value, key IP restriction, key valid until, edit. So this is I mean, there is no information because I mean we haven't set up yet, right? So if you want to add a new user key, you can click onto this and you can add new user key. Now let's see what do we have in open document spreadsheet. So if you click on to open document spreadsheet, so grades items to be included. So we can enable or disable. Okay, select all or select none, even we can do that. Okay, so these are the items I have added to my course. Then we have got plain text file. So you can see the plain text file over here. Okay, again same thing. Okay, the one I have added. Okay, these are nothing but the items, okay, for evaluation. Then Excel spreadsheet. Okay, if you click onto this, again you can export it, okay, in Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so basically you can click, unclick, or enable, disable, whatever, and once that is done, then you can export. Click on to export. Then finally we have got XML file. Okay, so here grade items to be included. So here I have added all these items. So again I can select, okay, over here. So for example, if I want this one, okay, so I can select over here, and once that is done, then you can click on to export. So basically we are discussing about all these features which are under export. Okay, so yeah, this is what we have in a gradebook, and this is how we can set up a gradebook. So again it's up to us. Okay, so how many activities you have included, so what kind of weightage do you want to give. So it is completely based on your thought process, or I mean a teacher or a teacher can decide, a facilitator can decide, okay, so what should be that weightage, and accordingly we can set up a gradebook. Yeah, that's it. We are done with all the features under gradebook. Thank you for watching.